Aloha, High Vibe Tribe. It is Pink Bella. Welcome back to my channel, and I will share this out on all platforms. Just getting myself camera ready. Hope everybody is well. I'm recording this for us June 22nd. We're still in the Solstice Gateway, and we're going through a lot. So you can see the title today. It could be a super long title. Welcome back, all STARSEEDS, Lightworkers, Empaths, 144,000. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing out this video. Super exciting things coming up. First and foremost, we are in this massive cellular chakra meridian upgrade and recoding, and lots of things happening. I wanted to also share some other topics. So I went out and did a little mini walk before I did this video, connecting in with the team of light that wants to come in right now. So every day, and I've been doing this for quite a while now, I connect in with Prime Source Creator in the morning, and I ask for the right team to come in to bring information, for me to help with sessions, to help all of you. Thank you, everyone who's been booking, by the way. The sessions have been amazing. You are all amazing. This morning I got the Arcturians, and it's because the energy is so intense right now. And if you're not feeling it, it's okay, but I think many of you are feeling it. And for those of you who are new, yay, welcome. For those of you who've been with me for a while, I'm living in an area where I'm actually like in a bowl, like a volcanic bowl of mountains and lakes, and the ocean's very close by. And when all the vortexes and ley lines on the planet open, like for a powerful time like solstice, and we think solstice is powerful because of like the legends, but the legends and the stories that have been passed down to us, and also that are brought in from the galactics, our teams of light, is because the gateways were created around the activations. So Gaia is becoming Nova Terra. She's becoming a higher version of herself, just like all of you are as well. We're becoming, again, galactic hybrid beings. We're not the same that we were a couple of days ago, last year. And it's not just from our consciousness expansion, it's because everything's changing. Our cells, our chakras, our meridians, atoms, blood, bones, everything is being upgraded to hold more light, frequency. And on the other side of that, the planet's changing. All the animals, that's why our animals always represent, like we have pets, they always represent what's happening. But also, like, nature, trees, like that's why I like to go out to nature as well. Besides getting a rebalance and a reactivation and alignment and a grounding, it also shows me kind of what has changed. So there are going to be people, places, things that have changed in our reality too. There's going to be different people in our reality right now. So like yesterday, and I didn't write this down. I wanted to, somebody just mentioned, but doors opening. So I wanted to write down the waiting room and talk about that. Okay. So when it's going to become more and more obvious as we go through these gateways, as we head towards Lionsgate, when things are flowing and when our reality comes to a complete stop. So for some of you, it may have come to a complete stop. So what we learn to do is not panic through the complete stop. That's what's called the waiting room. The universe, source, prime source creator, God, goddess, they are waiting for instructions from us. And we have been trained and programmed our whole life to be waiting on them. So if we're in the waiting room, they're in the waiting room, and vice versa, right? You see? So it took me a while to figure this out too. So anyway, use this time right now for the next couple of days as well to do some kind of sacred personal ceremony, like, write out and release what you don't want, light a candle, light some incense, put some frequency music on, spend a little quality time with you and your version of the universe. Be grateful for everything that's come in. That's the wonderful thing about solstice and equinox. It's giving us, like, we're closing the doorway on the last 3 months, and we're reopening another doorway. So first, release worrying and panicking about everything that needs to be done. Give yourself permission to do something sacred. And you can do it as simply as taking a little notebook and going out to your favorite nature spot, going into a quiet room, and just have that sacred time and, like, just be grateful for everything that's happened, even all the lessons. And then you're restarting, you're asking for a zero reset to move into the next section. So for me yesterday, I did quite a few things. including I did just as I shared with you. And then I went out to nature and I thanked nature and I left a couple crystals there. And I just said, I'm ready. I'm ready to move through the doorway, and everything restarted within a couple hours. So that's part of it. That's part of what we have not been given, right? This is like one of the things that I realized is when everything comes to a halt and doors aren't opening, the more we worry and stress about it, the further away it gets from us. When we can breathe and give ourselves permission to go into a sacred space and time, and acknowledge everything that's happened. So we want to acknowledge everything that we went through in June, that we've been going through since the equinox, which is in March. We went through eclipse season. We've been through a lot. You've gone through a lot of consciousness expansion and cellular changes, right? So, Prime Source Creator was waiting for me yesterday to give the next directions. I know. So this is how it's all flipping. And this is how I'm empowering all of you who book with me, because we are being given, what do you want to do next? But it's hard to understand that if everybody else isn't talking about that. Okay. We are co-creating with the universe, and we do have a team of guides, but they will change too. Like the grids have changed. Everything's just changed through the solstice. I live on this very powerful, like I said, vortex ley line that's connected to all the other powerful vortexes. So if we think of a powerful vortex like Mount Shasta, or like the pyramids at Giza, massive light codes are coming out and coming in, and that's a ripple effect to everything around it. Well, that also goes around the world. Well, I feel that even from where I am. So I've had to drink a lot of water and rest when I have needed to rest, take some time off from technology. And of course, there's the flip side of not being able to sleep at all. I know. So and I'm going to pull some cards before I get into the rest of this download. Thank you everyone who came to the live on Monday. That was great. There's going to be some more live shows coming up next week. So I'll stay, make sure you have the community tabs. You're receiving notifications for when that happens. I also, everything down below to get a hold of me, including all my social media. I have a Telegram channel. I check in there daily. I have a Rumble channel. I'm going to be doing more on that. And I'm still involved in Instagram and Facebook, but there are certain things obviously that are easier for me to share across the board. Yeah. The other thing is if you would like to work with me, there's still an opportunity. I don't know how you're all feeling, but there's still an opportunity to have an integration quantum alignment from now before the 7-7 gateway. And I'm going to talk about the 7-7 gateway today. So a couple of the offers that are on right now, there's individual quantum alignment sessions from 60 to 90 minutes that will help you post or before the gateways. So some of you are going to be feeling like you're riding this huge wave right now, and you might feel like you would need some type of alignment before the 7-7 and before the 8-8 and after Lionsgate as well. So the 8-8 is Lionsgate for those who are new. So that's one option. And the other option is there's a bundle that's on special as well, that everything's up at the top of my page. Now the Divine Blueprint bundle is amazing. That's a 3-session bundle, because what it does is you all will have something in your life that is a pattern. Okay, so let's say, just as an example, it's stress and fear, like that. You get triggered, can't go outside, all of that. This is just one example. There's many. Okay, there's a couple actually that are the main blueprints. There's a whole list now. So a divine blueprint to help recode and rewrite and support you would be to clear multiple timelines around when that started, including ancestral. And then the recoding, the new blueprint, your team we work together, and everything gets upgraded for you. And they would bring in courage and strength and clarity as well. Okay. So yeah, so it's pretty amazing. So those are really beautiful. That's a Trinity package, because it's like the pyramid. There's one piece, and then the next piece, and then the third piece, the final piece completes the pyramid, and then you're well aligned for everything. And if you haven't, if you have other things, I think everyone's pretty caught up. But if you just recently, as an example, someone had a couple of other sessions banked, and I can absolutely organize with your team of light whatever you need for the gateways. That will come in with whatever you have as well. Okay. All right. So I just want to let you all know that. And there is still some availability to book from now through the 7/7 gateway, which is awesome. And I will talk about that next. Okay. I'm going to light the incense again. It went out. And I'll tell you what's been going on with me. I've been so ungrounded and been having such a hard time focusing. I've had like major ADHD, and it's been because of the energies. So if any of you are feeling cranky, irritable, can't focus, brain fog, that's why. It's because we are going through a massive reboot where we really just want to rest and sleep all the time. And down here, it's not always possible. Okay. So when you're feeling like that, make sure you make yourself a list, or let's say you're out there working all day, make sure you come home and you take really good care of yourself and go to sleep early if you need to. Okay. All right. Beautiful. All right. Would you like me to talk about next? The Arcturian team of light wants to come in. Okay. They're saying the energy in the cells. So just hold on. So everyone who's new, my name is Pink Bella. Welcome to my channel. I'm a 12th to 22nd dimensional quantum akashic multidimensional healer, reader. I work with your chakras, your meridians, but it's not just me doing the work and bringing in the color rays and the frequencies. I work with your higher self and your team of light. But most importantly, I work with Prime Source Creator, who helps me set up the sessions, whether it's on Zoom or whether it's a quantum distance session, which I put you on a crystal grid. Regardless of that, Prime Source Creator is actually directing me and bringing in the teams of light that can specifically work with me through all the sessions. And I also set it up for security for all of us. So there's certain sessions like the 15th dimensional advanced quantum JSEALS release session, because there's a whole bunch of different implants and things that are released through that now connected to Team D. You can check out the new updated list. It's for security purposes. That session works so well as a distance session, whereas I do all the work here and I relay it to you in your location. You're on a crystal grid and you just relax. And those sessions, I book it in the evening. So yeah. So if you have any questions about what's on my website, email me. It's the best way to get a hold of me. And there is another website coming, but it is a work in progress because Pink Bella is busy. Okay. Let's talk about the energy and what's happening. So even since a few days ago, our chakras, our meridians, our cells, our organs, our blood, our bones have gone through a massive transformation. For those of you, I keep wanting to do a show and tell with the Schumann residence. Didn't make the cut today, but I have posted about it. And I think some of the sites have taken it down, but I still have it on my Instagram and my Facebook, and I think it's still in the community tab. It's on Telegram as well. So take a look at that. That is an activation in itself. So I will show it soon. But that is an activation, and that showed up the weekend of, was it the weekend? Yeah, just before the solstice, like the gateway opened. And it's sacred geometry, and it's actually activating us as well and showing us that everything's changed. The game has changed. Out there maybe hasn't changed, but we have changed. And as our frequency changes and we keep upgrading our frequency and making sure that we're at our highest timeline, we won't be interacting so much with what's out there. In fact, that it won't come into our reality, but everybody, as you can see, is in their own reality as well. So everybody's getting their own lessons, etc. Okay. So when we start off, even before we're awakening, we're in 3D. We're connected to the 3D matrix, and our cells and our organs and everything is at that frequency. Then we start awakening and we move into the fourth dimension, 4D, and then they get a little faster, a little faster. Well, now many of us are, for the majority, we're in 5D, but we go back and forth depending on what we're activating, what we're healing, and we're clearing. But one thing they wanted me to share with you is like this work is intense at times and deep, and it's part of our remembering, and it's part of our journey as starseeds and lightworkers, 144,000 empaths, healers, that we also have to take time out for ourselves. So we will just keep going like ever ready bunnies. We will make lists, even as healers. We will make lists. We have things to do. We have, regular earth things to do. And then we have things to do. I could spend all day on my laptop, right? So that will keep going unless we start balancing it out. And balance is the key. And the key is, let's see if I go the right way. we're preparing for the Lion's Gate and for our Lyran aspect to integrate with that strength and courage and motivation, and our all of us as a soul tribe by through the Lion's Gate, the 8-8, and then after. Okay. So what happens is when the light codes come in and they activate and they bring in more light, they're bringing in light at a very, very deep level, but it will bring up stuff. It'll bring up emotions. It'll bring up fears. It'll bring up old stories. So we're not feeling good, or we're not vibrating at the right level. And we might go into a lot of physical symptoms. So the physical symptoms are actually one of our superpowers. They are a gift to us. The ascension symptoms are a gift to us because our body, our body is asking for other things, right? It needs more nutrients. It needs assistance and support. It needs help. These bodies have never gone through this type of ascension with this much light before. So yes, at some point, what I can see right now is like water fasting is the huge thing, but not everybody is up to that right now. So we all have to realize that we're the same. We're on the same team, but we're going through different symptoms and different scenarios. So even in some of the supplements that I shared on Monday, those are specific to what my body needs, but they might not be specific for you. And that's why I always even share, like even when we did the classes, make sure you muscle test or pendulum, whether something is good for you. If you are able to find a really great naturopath or someone in your reality, like a herbologist, a botanist, acupuncturist who's a herbalist, who can shed more light on certain things for you, that's even better, because let's put it this way. Let's make it easy. So we all look fairly different down here. As galactics, we're fairly different. So as galactics, whatever our main galactic aspect is, let's say Arcturian, because we're talking about Arcturians today, they need something different than the Pleiadians or the Sirius constellation or the Arcturians or family from Andromeda, right? Everybody's going to need different nutrients, different. So doesn't that move everything into a different level and let go of the judgment, right? Oh, and I had the craziest dream as well. I'll have to ask if this is the time to bring it in. Okay, let's just keep going, Bella. So we're going through a lot of upgrades right now, including our blood and our bones. There are going to be lots of aches and pains. So that's what I mean. Your body is going to redirect what the priority is. Let's say you're working away on your list, you're doing this, doing that, and all of a sudden, boom, big pain comes in, and let's say just your hip or your back, you can't move, got to go, whatever. So that's your body going, you've done enough. More light codes have come in. I need some support. So thank you for giving me more water, maybe a sea salt bath, Epsom salt bath, maybe some a topical natural anti-inflammatory, maybe like having to take some turmeric, that kind of thing. Okay. So I know of what I speak because I have been doing this since I was 5 years old. Yeah, my body has been working on me waking up since I was 5. So yeah. So anyway, that's me. And I myself went to healers and botanists and herbalists and acupuncturists for years. And I still have a team around me. And when my body needs some assistance. So my body didn't need a lot of assistance earlier this year, but as of May, it did. And my whole regime has changed, including I'm being, it's ramped up more natural nutrients, sugar gone. Make sure that I'm having lots of greens, not just the powder greens, but also green greens. So it's like we've moved into another level of the game, and our body needs support. Okay, because in the other part of the game, the air and the food and the water have been disrupted in a way. But this isn't new. This has been going on since I was 5. That's how I started to react. I started to react what was being put on fruits and vegetables. And it was, I think, years later, probably first person I went to see, I was around 16, but the next time I went to see someone, like early 20s, I got this whole long list of like, this is all on the regular food and the water that everybody buys. And that's what you're reacting to. So heavy metals, toxins, parasites. This is not new. This is not new, but it's getting, the levels getting higher, and our bodies want higher frequency foods and nutrients as well. So I know a lot of you are on this program. Some of you are able to fast with water for quite a while, and that's amazing, but not everybody's there yet. Okay, so a lot of people are doing catch up. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, and we still, okay, so when souls come to me and when we get triggered, that trigger pulls our everything back down in and shows us that there's an aspect that's still connected to the third dimensional lower matrix grids, either chakras, meridians, a trauma, emotion, something's there. So it's not like, why can I not get higher? It's no, it's a gift saying you're trying to move forward, but your coat is stuck at the door. Okay. All right. So I just heard this the other day and I thought, I know I've been talking about this for years. So we not only, many of us came in with a blueprint for PTSD, for post-traumatic stress disorder, from passed down from our ancestors. The game down here has been to keep us in PTSD. So some souls get labeled with that as a child, and then they carry that around and they say, oh, this is what I have. It's a label, it's a coat, and I can't get past it. You can't get past it, but you have to do some healing work to let yourself out of that reality. Okay. But the third dimension is all about, the game is all about PTSD, fear, terror, stress, and anxiety. So when those show up, know that you're trying to release it, but that you may need some help as well. Okay. So those are some of the imprints. I've also been shown recently that there's some other dark matrix grids that we're being released from, that are disconnected as part of the sessions, like when I connect you up to the new grids, but some of the other grids are showing up now, like the fall of Atlantis grids, that kind of thing. Okay. All right. And then, okay, and we've talked about the waiting room. Okay, good. I can get into the cards now. Yay. Beautiful. Okay, let's get into some cards. So the 7-7 gateway, and don't worry, I'll be doing lots of videos about this. I just wanted to touch on that today because that's our next major gateway. So it's like the galactic teams are in and around us. They're in different dimensions. So as an example, the Arcturians are ninth dimensional beings. So they can come here and be at a higher frequency and kind of give us the roadmap when we're ready to connect with them. I started to connect with them in 2018 because I went through such, I have to get out of this box. Like it was horrible. It was PTSD, narcissism, every single trauma you can expect came up in my face within about a week. And I was melting down, not to all of you. That's how you talk about today. When we do the videos, we don't get into too much. I probably talked about it a little bit in classes, but yeah, it was intense, and because it was multiple lifetimes that I was clearing out, right? And I just came from the area that was connected to the fall of Atlantis, so I was clearing out so much. Anyway, such compassion. That's over and done. But what it showed me was when we get so locked into a belief system, and I say like a box, we want to expand and be sovereign and free, and we can't stay there anymore. We just suddenly know, like, I can't do this anymore. I need to feel joy and bliss. When was the last time I felt that? So I literally went to Prime Source Creator and I said, who can help me with this? The Arcturians are like, here we are. So because I was ready to expand and listen to what they had to share with me. And then it got exciting. So I love working with all of these councils of light now because it's like they're helping me remember more of myself before I came here. Yeah, super exciting. Okay, so the 7-7 gateway, well, of course, it's a magical number because it's 7-7, right? But it's also, and it's the 7-7-7 this year because we're in 2023. Ooh, it's even more powerful. Okay, I love it. So sevens are connected to the Chariot card, spirituality, moving forward, like fantastic. But as galactic light workers, starseeds, 144,000, we have done this many lifetimes before. When we were, do I have time to look for the card? Let me see. Do I know where the deck is? Okay, as I'm talking to you, I'll look for the card. They want me to show you the card. This is the card they wanted me to start showing in 2017. When we were, let's say, as an example, I was a light worker in a starseed living in the galactic stargate of Egypt. Other souls were there just living in the Egyptian realities. There were multiple timelines going on there as well. Okay. So we knew as soon as we hit July, we knew it was every day was a sacred, like we drank water and meditated and prepared for the Lion's Gate. So right now, what we're going through right now is literally just a blip to get us ready for that. Yeah, because the light codes are going to get stronger and stronger. We hit 190 hertz, everybody, and then a blackout. We have not, that's the highest the Schumann has ever shown us so far. So there's a lot of changes that we're going through, and Prime Source Creator has let me know, because the game's getting ramped up down here, and the way that we're going to deal with the toxins and the heavy metals is to change our, not only change our frequency, of course, like if you but also to change, to help our body, to help the cells, to help the organs and everything. Okay. All right, this is the card. So this was the card that they gave me to show just before the 7/7 Gateway in 2017. I just started working with the Pleiadian emissaries of light again. So the pyramids were actually created to align with the star system. That's Orion's belt, and the bright star is Sirius. So that's the Lion's Gate. That's basically the time frame around Lion's Gate. So that's what we're preparing for. Jophiel is all about joy and freedom and sovereignty. So we're going to be shifting up. You're not even going to recognize yourselves after the Lion's Gate. So that's just a little snippet about the 7/7 Gateway. I will be bringing more in, but that's just like whatever we're going through right now. We're being given an opportunity to get our program together for the coming days, weeks, and months. Okay. All right. I got out a deck that I haven't used for a while today, the numerology guidance cards. And I just pulled some cards, and I wanted to see specifically, is there anything around the 7/7 Gateway, like how we can prepare for that? Okay. So the first card that came in is number 74, Nature. Oh, can't get any better than that. Sorry for the glare. I've got my blinds closed today because the sun is very glary, so I have my light on. Okay, 74, Nature. We've got the heart chakra and the throat chakra. Nature is going to be our best friend. It doesn't mean you need to get through every day, but you want to start incorporating it and give yourself permission to allow nature to realign you. Okay, you feel so much better. I pushed myself last night because I was tired, but I pushed myself, and once I got into the forest, it was like, it was heaven on earth. Okay. Next message that came in, and what they wanted to share with me. By the 4th of July, we are going to be feeling those energies big time. Okay. Next message that came in is number 37, Time Out, which is kind of like the waiting room, but not really. 7 and 3, that's the 3rd of July. Okay. We've got the purple energy of the third eye and the crown, and the gold energy of the solar plexus. Some of you the timeout might be for you. That's what I heard. You're being given an opportunity to start bringing balance into your reality now. This is a year like no other. Okay. Let's just, one part of the story, let's just say that we're being prepared for the solar flash. Okay. So if something happens and you are taken out, like let's say you come down, as example, let's say your body decides it needs to detox via a cold or a flu, that's to force you to rest, and you're being given a timeout. Okay. So we can, I'm laughing because I've been taken out many times. We can listen on a daily basis, or it will be taken care of for us. So timeout, some of you are going to need a timeout. Next message, number 10, karmic completion. There we got the sacral, and it's kind of a beige energy, but it's about karmic completion. So right from now through the 7/7 Gateway, we're going to be cleaning up and clearing up any karmic realities. People are going to be coming and going, and I can already see like the ending of some soul contracts and recreating new ones. All right. Which has been a big part of the personal sessions recently. Yeah. And then the overall message, I said, what's the overall message? Oh, Prime Source Creator has such a great sense of humor. Because this is what I was given last year. Last week. Pink Bella, just surrender. The number 91, surrender. We got the orange energy of the sacral, and sorry about the glare. It's very glary. So anyway, there we go. That's better. Number 91, surrender. So we got, again, the third eye and the crown. So lots of expansion in our upper chakras. And then the sacral chakra is releasing old imprinting to allow joy and creativity. And we're also recreating our lower chakras so that they're no longer controlled by the matrix. All right. So I've been practicing this too, because even last week, Source brought me Elvis's song Surrender, and I was like, you got it. So I'm even getting to the habit too of like, that's none of my business. I surrender that soul, to the universe. Like, let's say a really good family member, okay? Like, we all care about each other. We all want to help each other. We want to help as many friends and family as possible, but it comes a time where you have to trust and have faith, surrender it to the universe so that the proper help can come in, all right? Worrying doesn't do darn thing. That's why years ago, I don't even know who said this, but instead of worrying, pray or set an intention or manifestation or light a candle or something positive. Be a proactive is way more. And like, I surrender everything to the universe. Okay. All right. Excellent. Okay. Let me pull a few more cards. I don't want this to be too long. And what cards want me to go to tarot? Okay. I think we'll do tarot, and then I'll pull a dragon and a unicorn and a crystal for us. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to shuffle and just ask, because I feel like there might be a little bit more information that they want me to talk about. And let's just see what the first card is. The first card is like the Nine of Cups, fulfillment of wishes, fulfillment of wishes. Okay. So that's the Nine of Cups. So again, that's the waiting room time right now. Your universe, your guides are saying you're at a completion time. What are your wishes? What are your manifestations for the next 3 months? All right. Yeah. Give yourself permission to do that. Next message. Ooh, it goes along with this too. What does it say? Movement, choices, and decisions. Yeah. Because believe it or not, you're choosing the door that you want to go through. That's also part of the waiting room. The universe is waiting to find out, well, what door do you want to go through? Right? I know, it's getting interesting, right? Next message. Of course, it's within reason. That's why we surrender. We set up the parameters, we surrender it, and we say we're ready to go. Okay. Final message. I love it. Number 1, there's the rainbow. Love begins emptying the bowl. So this is the reset. So figuring out your wishes, which door you want to go through, and then emptying the bowl of the old, and that begins the new. And that's number 1. We got 2 ones. We also have this one, awareness. So that's the connection with the universe, you connecting with the universe and being given your activations, your codes. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Let's just pull some tarot messages for confirmation and see what kind of quantum information wants to come in. Love it. Hope you're all doing great. Please comment below where you're from, how you're doing. And yeah, I will be doing some new deep dives soon as well. So again, if there's anything that you'd like me to look at, let everybody know how, what's happening for you for sure. I love it. So this is the fulfillment 9 completion, right? There's 2 waterfalls, and the beautiful soul in the middle is like, which way do I want to go? Right? And there's there's a treasure chest there. Got the Hanged Man. This is the waiting room card. So it's upside down. So it's up to you to let yourself out of the waiting room. Okay. I know. Backwards of what we were taught. Okay. Next one, going through all the doors. Number 2, movement and choices. Choosing a door, like a game show. Door number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay. Oh, we have the 5 of Cups. 5 is good though, because 5 is about the energies moving. So don't focus on what you don't have. Like, don't focus on the spilt milk or that something hasn't shown up, because that just takes you into lower frequency. Focus and be grateful for the 2 cups behind you and all the blessings that you have that have already been brought to you, and others are coming that are going to be even better. Okay. So moving into gratitude right away will shift the energy for you as well. Love begins. Ooh, love begins. Got the Tower card. Yeah, but this is just about huge transformation. So this isn't about any anything scary happening. This is just about big changes are coming for all of us. And that's why you want to give yourself the time right now to get super crystal clear about exactly what you wish to create and where you need to go. Okay. And let's pull one more card for the awareness card. Okay. Oh, I love this. This came in a reading today. 2 of Cups. So this is the balance. So all of this is like everything is balancing out, and everything will balance out. And you're going to absolutely, you're more, even with me sharing this information to you, for you, now you're more aware. Or your superpower, balance is the key. So the story out there is we don't have time to balance. We don't have time to go to nature. We don't have time to balance, right? No, we always have to be busy, absolutely. But then we have to start creating that balance, okay? Just going to pull one more message for us and just see if there's anything else that wants to come in. I love it, actually. I'll tell you. Look at that. Look at the lion with the wings at the top. Okay, beautiful. And the other message that came in was the 8 of Cups. So this person's out walking, and if it's too hot or the temperature's too cold wherever you are, choose a time when it's okay to be out there. But moving the body gently out in nature is one of the best ways right now to integrate and receive your message and be aligned. Okay, beautiful. All right, that's enough for this quantum reading. Thank you all so much. All right, let me just put the cards aside, and I'm just going to pull one more. Let's ask for a dragon message and a unicorn and a crystal for all of us. Okay, Earth and Water Dragon. Okay, so we've also moved into the Cancer energy. So happy birthday to all souls who were born for your solar return. And I believe we just went from air to water, right? So being hydrated right now is one of the big keys to keep you grounded, to help integrate the light codes as well. Okay, so this is the Earth and the Water Dragon creates the foundation for new growth. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. This is one of the most powerful times of year right now to manifest abundance. Is that what you wish to manifest? Then spend that time with the universe. Let the universe know, right? And the Earth and the Water Dragon is there to assist whoever needs assistance. By the way, I'm just hearing that. So that's also one of the divine blueprints. Many of us learned or came in to learn how to move from poverty consciousness to abundant consciousness and reality. Okay. What magical unicorn would like to come in? Cycles. Unicorn of Cycles. So I've seen the moon in a few cards, like even in this, the Earth and Water Dragon, there's the moon. We just had a full moon, right? No, we had a new moon. So we've got a full moon coming up. I bet you the next full moon is around the 7/7 gateway as well. So anyway, this is just a reminder that we are ending one cycle and moving into another. So we've moved into summer here in the Northern Hemisphere and winter in the Southern Hemisphere. So everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body and your life. And just tune in to the magic. Okay, I love that there's the unicorn with the butterflies. I'm going to pull one more unicorn as well. But yeah, that's a great confirmation just to say that, yeah, we're always like the Wheel of Fortune and tarot. We're always changing to a new frequency. So we've just moved into a new frequency. Gentleness. Be very kind and gentle with yourselves at this time. Okay. There we go. All right. It just says, be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love, especially to yourself. And just, treat yourself, as if you're speaking to a child. Be very gentle with yourself in your journey. All right. Self-love and self-care. It's like necessary now. Yeah, it's a necessity. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, what beautiful crystal or stone can assist us? I posted about Apache tear today. I really love that stone, if that resonates with you all. Okay, so I'm going to pull another one, see if we can get something I'll still show it. There we go. Okay. Some of you are healing and clearing multiple lifetimes of ancestral energies and patterns, okay, that you agreed to do. That was one of your soul contracts, okay? Number 32, pipestone, or also known as catlinite. It's for the root chakra and for helping to heal and clear with the ancestors. You do not have to rush out. I just feel like this is more of a message. Some of you might have this, but that's a message for many of you right now. That's maybe why some of the energies, the aches, the pains, the lessons might be a bit intense right now, okay? But overall, fantastic crystal is clear quartz, which is one of my favorite. I love clear quartz. Love it, because you can use it for everything, right? It brings clarity, purpose, helps with meditation, helps you to stay focused. For the crown chakra, number 14, you can program it to do awesome things. But clear quartz is the crystal that will help us all be clear right now. Some of you might need some kind of grounding crystals as well if you're not feeling grounded, like a black stone, like black kyanite or black tourmaline. I've got a piece of black kyanite here, something like that. Okay. All right. Beautiful High Vibe Tribe. Thank you so much. I'll be back soon. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I'll be back with more information about the 7-7 Gateway. But I hope that this transmission today assisted all of you. And I look forward to whoever is being called to come and as we co-work together. It's an honor. Love and aloha, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care. Bye.